Hi, welcome to part 2 of the Oberheim OBSX. I'm just going to take you through a few sounds just to show you what it can do. You probably gathered its sounds are going to be mostly late 70s, early 80s, and a lot of them are a bit of a giveaway. I'm going to tweak some of the controls and just show you how easy it is to get a variety of sounds just from starting the same sound. So I'll start again with the A1 brass patch that I used in the first one. By altering the attack, adding a bit of detune, tweaking the decay and the filter a bit. We've got a bass sound. You'll hear clashing on the keys as well. That's normal for this sort of keyboard of this age. All I'm doing effects wise is just running it through a MIDI Verb 3 that's out of shot with a drop of reverb on just to liven the sounds up a little bit, because you can see it'll fit in with quite a few things. So I'll tweak away a little more. So if I want a sweep sort of sound, I'll just add the attack. Add unison on, so that'll take all 5 of my voices, because mine's a 5-voice machine, and stack them on one note. So you've got a nice deep bass sort of sound, bit close to some of Gary Newman's sort of bass lines on his earlier stuff, like on Telecon and The Pleasure Principle. Where he has this sort of... And you can also use it for leads as well, obviously. Portamento, you sort of not quite a mini moog, but it's mini moog-esque. I'll take the unison off. We've also got portamento, which is polyphonic, so I'll set more of a paddy sort of sound again. Add the portamento in. So I'm still in the original A1 brass sound, but we've now got almost a synthy sort of sound, sort of halfway between strings, halfway between brass. Tell you what, I'll open the filter right up, put the attack right down, close everything so it'll be like a bright bass sound. For those of you that can remember Telex. And you've got the sort of typical sort of big Oberheim paddy sort of sound. One of the things that does frustrate me about this keyboard is you can't save any of your patches. You're stuck with whatever's come there. So mine's got 56, but as you can see, it's very easy to get a sound close to what you're looking for just by tweaking any of these 7 controls. It really is quite surprising what you can do with it. And you can get, as you've just seen, I've gone from a brass sound, an ensemble brass sound, through to a 2-oscillator, fat sort of detuned bass, pads, a sweep sort of sound, and a typical sort of Oberheim jumpish kind of sound. If the sounds are pretty bright, that's because it's using a 2-pole or 12 decibel per octave filter. The 4-pole 24 decibel per octave filter that's also in the Oberheim OBXA and not this, that gives you a much sharper cut-off, so you might find that used more for bass sounds and maybe some of your stabs, just to give you that little bit more oomph.